Okay, students, today we will be learning how to calculate the simple interest in a very easy way. Before we start, actually, we should know what do you mean by the simple interest and what is interest. Interest is nothing but whenever a person deposits money into the bank will be rewarding the person with some extra money which is called as interest. Or when we take a loan from the bank will be charging some interest on the loan. So how to calculate those interests which I have to pay to the bank when I take the loan or when I deposit the money into the bank, how much interest I will be receiving from the bank over a period of time. Okay, so for calculating simple interest, we should know that interest is simply calculated on the principal amount of the money deposited or borrowed. So we will calculate the interest on the principal amount of money which is deposited into the bank. So the formula for simple interest here is I is equal to P into R into T. What does this stands for? I is nothing but the simple interest that we will be receiving when we deposit money into the bank. P stands for principal. P means principal. So it is the principal amount which we deposited into the bank. The amount which is deposited into the bank or the borrowed amount when we borrow some money from the bank, we take a loan. R stands for rate of interest or the interest rate. It is nothing but the rate provided or charged by the bank. It will be in percentage, 4%, 6%, 7%, 9%. Okay, then the third one is T. T is nothing but you can see time period, and this time period will be in years, which means it refers to the number of years for which the money is deposited or borrowed from the bank. So if I deposit money, say 1000 in the bank for 4 years at 3% of interest. So this 1000 which I deposit is my principal, 3% rate of interest, that is my R, and I have deposited for 5 years, so that 5 years is my T. Is that clear? Let us move on to the simple calculations. Here you can see simple interest. Suppose you have a savings of 1000 in a bank, which means you have deposited 1000 in a bank which gives you interest at 4% per annum. What will be the amount of interest received on such deposit for 2 years or and for 15 months? So how to solve the problem? I will just show you the steps. We need to follow the steps. Whenever you solve any calculation practical problems, first thing what the student should do, read the question. First time you have to read the question for understanding what is asked in the question. Then second time we will read for solving. So here in our example, you have a savings of 1000 in a bank which gives interest at the rate of 4% per annum. What will be the amount of interest received on such deposit? So in this question, we have to calculate what is simple interest. Now here, when we will solve the question, the first thing which we have to write here is, we will write the formula. So just remember, first we will be doing it, the A part. So first, what I told you, first we will write the formula. The formula for simple interest is I is equal to P multiply by R multiply by T. So here first we will write the formula. After that we have to substitute what is given. What is given and what we need to find out. So we will see simple interest is given. No. We have to find out this I. So we need to find out the I. What is P? P is given in the question. P is nothing but what does P stands for? P is the amount deposited. The amount deposited into the bank. So here you can see this 1000 which I have deposited is my P. So here we will write what is my P? 1000. Then what is my R? R is nothing but the rate of interest. It will be given in percentage. So you see here at a rate of 4% per annum. PA per annum. Per annum means per year. So how much interest I will be getting? 4% per annum. In 1 year I will be getting 4%. And this 4%, percent means per 100. So here we will write 4%. Just keep it in mind. I will explain you. Here only we have to sign and you have to simplify it. 4% means 4 per 100. So we will write it like this, 4 divided by 100. And then further we simplify it. 4 divided by 100 is nothing but 0.04. Then we will see what is there in the formula. We have written I, we have to find out P is 1000, R is 4% and T is nothing but the time period, for how much time we are depositing money. So it is for 2 years. So here we will write 2 years. Now just substitute in the formula. My formula is I equal to P. See here P. What is my P? My P is 1000. So 1000 multiply by R. How much is my R? We will take this number 0.04 multiply by R, which is 0.04, and then multiply by T, which is my time period. My time period is 2. So we will write 2. Simple. Take the calculator and calculate. 1000 multiply by 0.04 multiply by 2. So what will be my answer? My answer will be 80. My answer is 80. So understood? This is how we calculate the simple interest. This we have done for A. Now we will write similarly for B. What is the first thing that we will be doing? We will be writing the formula. I is equal to P multiply by R multiply by T. Now we will substitute whatever is available. I is not given. The amount of interest we have to calculate. What is P? P is same, 1000. Then R, rate of interest. Again, rate of interest is also same. I told you 4 divided by 4%. So 4 divided by 100. Now what we will write? We will write direct 0.04. And then T. Here T is different. T you can see in 2. In B it is given 15 months. 15 months. So we have to make it into years. So in 1 year, how many months? How many months in 1 year? In 1 year we have 12 months. So this in B it is given in months. We have to make it in years. That is why we write T is equal to 15 divided by 12. Now we will put it in the formula. I is equal to 1000 multiplied by 0.04 multiplied by 15 divided by 12. So what answer we will get here? Our answer is 50. 50. So here my I is equal to 50. Is that clear, everyone? Just remember the steps. First, we will read the question first time for understanding. Second time, we will start reading for solution. Then we will write the formula for simple interest. I is equal to P multiplied by R multiplied by T. Then we will substitute the numbers. I is what we need to find out. P is 1000. R is 4%, which is 0.04, and T is 2. So the answer for the A is 80. Answer for B is 50. Is that clear? We will take one more question. So here first what we will do, I gave you the instructions for solving. First we will read the question. So find out the amount of interest on a deposit of 5000 for 4 years at the rate of 4% simple interest. So once we read first time, we find out, we understood that we need to calculate the simple interest. Now we will read again for solving. So we understood we need to calculate simple interest. So what is the first thing that we will be writing here is the formula for simple interest. I is equal to P multiplied by R multiplied by T. Now we have written the formula. Now we will substitute whatever amount is available, whatever figure is available. So here we will write, what is my I? I is not given, so I need to calculate. What is my P? P means the amount deposited. Here you can see we have deposited 5000. So this is my P. So my P is 5000. What is the R? R is the rate of interest. It is 4%. 4%. 4% means 4 divided by 100. Percent means per 100. Remember. So 4%. 4 divided by 100, which will come to 0.04. Then what is T? T is the time period for which the money is deposited. So here you can see it is 4 years. So my T is 4. So I have written this. Now what I will do? Put it in the formula. Here we have written formula. I is equal to, so what is my P? My P is 5000. The principal. So principal is 5000. Multiply by rate of interest. My rate of interest is R 0.04. Multiply by T. T is my time. For how much time I have kept it in the bank? 4 years. So what is my answer? My I is equal to, calculate in the on the calculator, 5000 multiplied by 0.04 multiplied by 4. So my answer is 800. This is my simple interest. Understood? Go step by step. Let's solve one more question. So calculate, first we will read the question. Calculate the amount of principal if the amount of interest received on a deposit of 5 years is 250 at the rate of 5% simple interest. So here we read the question, we understood that we need to what type of interest is it? It is simple interest. But here you will see we have to calculate the amount of principal, means P is not given. So what is the first step I told you? First we will write the formula. The formula for the simple interest is I is equal to P multiply by R multiply by T. Now what I told you, we will just substitute, write the amount what is available. What is my I? I is the amount of interest. So here you can see the amount of interest received on deposit of 5 year is 250. This is my I. This is my I. So my I is 250. The previous two questions which we have solved, we've calculated how to calculate the amount of interest that we will be getting. I was not given. But in this question, I is given. We have to find out P, the principal amount. So now we will write I is 250. What is P? P is the principal amount which is not given. We need to calculate. Then R. R is nothing but the rate of interest. Rate of interest here is 5%. So this is my R. 5% means 5 divided by 100. Per 100, 5%, which will be, take it on the calculator, 0.05. And then my T. What is my T? T is the time period. The time period here is for 5 years. So my T is 5. Now just substitute. I is given. What is my I? 250 is equal to P. P is not given. We need to find out P, principal amount, multiply by R. R is 0.05 and then multiply by T, which is a time period, which is 5. So now we will simplify and solve it. 250 is equal to P multiply by, calculate, take it on the calculator, 0.5 multiply by 5. What answer you will get? You will get 0.25. Now remember the simple mathematical formula, here it is multiply. Now when we take this multiplication which is on the right side, when we take it on the left side, so this multiplication will become divide. So 250, when we take it down, it becomes 0, divide 0.25 is equal to P. Now do it on the calculator. When you divide 250 by 0.25, you get the answer. My P is equal to 1000. So what is the amount deposited? The amount deposited into the bank is 1000. The first two questions which we have solved, I was not given. We calculated I. But in this question, we calculated what is P. How to calculate the principal amount when the amount of interest, the rate of interest and the time period is given. Okay. Now we will move on to the next calculation. So what is the first step? We have to read the question first and try to understand what exactly is required or needed. So we will read, if a deposit of 4000 fetched, means it has given. So deposit of 4000 fetched you an interest of 360 in a period of 3 years, then calculate the rate of interest of such deposit. So here it is related to simple interest. So the first thing what we will do is we will write the formula. What is the formula for simple interest? Again, I, which stands for amount of interest, is equal to P multiplied by R multiplied by T. Now what is the next step? We will just write the amount, substitute it. What is I? I means the amount of interest received. Just read the question. If a deposit of 4,000, so this is my deposit, it is my P. Fetched you an interest of 360. So 360 is the interest, amount of interest I am getting. So this is my I. For a period of 3 years, this is my T. Now we need to calculate the rate of interest, means we need to calculate what is R. So just substitute I is how much in the questions? 360. Then go according to the formula. P. How much is the P? P is given the deposit, the amount of deposit, which is 4,000. Then R. R means the rate of interest. Rate of interest is not given. We need to calculate. And then in the formula it is T. T stands for time. So how much time I have deposited? It is 3 years. So write 3. Now coming to the formula, just substitute I. I is given 360 is equal to, what is my P? P means the principal. My principal amount is 4,000. Multiply by R. R is not given. We need to calculate R, rate of interest. Multiply by T. T is the time period, means multiply by 3. Now we'll just solve it. 360 is equal to 4,000 multiplied by 3, means 4,000 multiplied by 3 is 12,000 multiplied by R. The same thing now what we will do? This multiplication we will take it from the right side to the left side. So it will become divide. So 360 divided by 12,000 is equal to rate of interest. So when you calculate this on calculator, 360 divided by 12,000, what you will get? R is equal to 0.03. Now percentage, it means per 100. Percentage means it will be in per 100. So you will calculate multiplied by 100. So how much is the percent? The rate of interest which I will receive is 3%. This is my answer. Is that clear to everyone? Here we are calculating the rate of interest. The other amount is given. The amount of interest is given, principal amount is given, time period T is given. We need to find out our rate of interest, which will always be in percentage. Percentage means per 100. That is why 0.03 we multiply by 100. So we get 3%. Okay, we will solve this one more. So if you have to make two different deposits as follows. A. Bank Muscat 5,000 deposit at 5% simple interest per annum per year. B. Bank Ahli 2,500 deposit at 4% simple interest per annum. Suppose your target interest amount is 500. What will be the time period of deposit for both banks? So we need to find out T. So what we will do first? First we will write the formula. We will do it for A. Okay, we write the formula. I is equal to P into R into T. Now what we will do? We will just substitute it. We will just substitute. We will write the number, amount. What is the amount? What is my I? In A, my I is both interest amount is 500. So interest amount is 500. Then what is P? P in A, you can see the amount of deposit is 5,000. Then go step by step as per the formula. R, my rate of interest is 5%. 5% means 0.05. And what is my T? T is not given. I need to find out. Now just replace it in the formula. I is 500. is equal to 5000 principal amount multiply by rate of interest 0.05 multiply by t I don't know. So 500 is equal to 5000 multiplied by 0.05. Take it on the calculator, it will give you 250 multiply by t. So again this multiplication we will take it from right side to left side, it will become divide. So 500 divided by 250, it is equal to t. So my t is 5 years. My t is 5 years for first bank. Is that clear everyone? Now similarly we will do it for B. Bank B. Here you can see again, first we will write the formula I is equal to P into R into T. Now just substitute. What is my I? I is again same 500. Go as per the formula. My principal amount, see your principal amount in B is different. The principal amount is 2500 and then R is the rate of interest. Again rate of interest is different for the second bank, Bank Ahali. It is 4%, so we will write 0.04 means 4 divided by 100 and T is not given, we need to find out. Now we will substitute it in the formula. 500 is equal to 2500. Once you write all the amount, no, you will not make mistake. All the things are very clear, you just need to enter it as per the formula. Now this 500 is equal to, calculate 2500 into 0.04, so this will come to 100 multiply by t. Now take from right side to left side, 500 divide by 100 is equal to t. So my t is 5 years. I just correct, actually I just forgot this side, no, a when you will do 500 divided by 250 is not 5 years, this is 2 years. So 500 divided by 250 is 2 years and 500 divided by 100 is 5 years. So this is how we calculate simple interest. Okay.